Welcome inside of the Dell Park Arena for a home night Tuesday for the under 14 AAA Oshawa Generals taking on Quinte West. And it's a very hot Oshawa team coming off 4 in a row after beating Whitby on the weekend and also Kingston back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday. Also with a win against Central Ontario in there as well. That gets knocked down with a high stick, and we'll get a whistle. Face off now from center. Dumped right in, knocked down by Sterling, and Naish is behind him. Zach Naish fires it around. That gets knocked down there by Cybulski. I believe the last time the Generals lost was to Quinte, up in Quinte 2-0. And these two teams will play 2 more times right here at the Dell Park Arena. The Quinte Red Devils will be the final opponent for the Generals in the regular season before they start their playoff push. Emerson Davis will start this out from center with a pass over here for Braden Davidson, who dumps it in. Right back in behind the net around the boards here for Dobbs to try and keep it in there. From behind the goal, here comes a chance to try and clear it out. Big hit on the left side to try and keep it in the zone. We don't have the name of the Quinte goalie, as it's the girl goalie and has hair covering up the back of the last name, and it's going to be Nolan Hardy, who came in relief of Parker Shaw in the third period in the come from behind win in Kingston on Sunday. Drop pass here for Hire. Tip pass him. Here comes a chance. This could start to a 2-on-1 here for Quinte. A shot way over the mark there by Rochette. Knocked down here from center. Up through in the neutral zone. A big hit there by Conlon Kennedy, who knocked his man down. Here comes a chance for Jackman to split through. He'll send it in on goal for an easy stop and going to be held on to for another face-off. Face-off now just takes place off to the left of the Quinte end. Harder on the board. That's going to come out all the way down the ice. It's a rolling puck. Hardy coming out here to play it and plays it away from the oncoming Quinte player coming in the zone, which was Chisholm. Up over the line, going to dump this in. Moving this up through center as they move it over to the other side. Broken up, but it comes in offside. Face off on the offside call. Comes outside of the Quinte blue line. Braden Davidson takes the draw. Over here for Ethan Chapman to try and win the race on the right-hand side. Dumped into the Quinte corner behind the net. A chance to try and clear this out of their own zone is knocked down by Naish Rita there at center. Zach Naish tried to knock that one down, but couldn't handle it with his glove hand. Here comes a chance for Quinte with a lead pass. Broken up through center, backhanded in, right in on goal. It's an easy steer aside stop. Kicks it off to the left. From behind the goal now, it's Braden Davidson trying to keep it in. That's going to get cleared away. Here comes a chance now, a drop for Naish. Zach Naish off the boards here for Max Hutchings, who tries to tip it in deeper. Behind the net it goes here for Ethan Chapman along with Davidson, who picks it off. Davidson shot! That goes wide of the net on that great opportunity here for Oshawa. On the left side, trying to win this battle. From behind the net, it's going to be an opportunity now for Quinte to take it around the boards, picked off by Elliot Blowen. Blowen getting tangled up there by 3 Quinte players as they get away over the stick of Naish. He could have been able to walk in. That's going to be put onto his stick, though, and put back in behind the Quinte end. On the right side, trying to keep that puck in the Quinte zone. Owen Dobbs is in there as well to try and dig it out of the feed area and keep this play alive. Jackman out there as well. He tried to knock that shot down. Knocked down by Naish from the line. He barely kept that in from the blue line. Hard around the boards. Davis tried to keep it in and does. Here comes Hire with it now, getting it to the other side for Davis, who dumps it in. And Blowen tried to tip it in as well. Sent all the way down the ice and into the corner, and it goes for icing. Face-off now is off to the right of the Quinte end. Trying to win this draw there was Davidson. And Bartlett as well, trying to go for the hit. Flipped away through center. This is going to start a 2-on-1. The only one back is Hire. Shot! Stopped there by Hardy, who plays a shooter and gets right, and he's able to hold it between the pads. Face-off is coming off to the left. Trying to beat this back in behind the zone. It's back behind the net now for Emerson Davis. Davis trying to win the battle there in the other corner. Pack up there. Riley Brandt is a pass picked off there by Rashad. Rashad brings it up over the line and gets swept away from him. Here comes a chance back up the other way now. Bringing it in, it's going to get flipped all the way into the left corner behind the net. Coming around the boards there was Bartlett trying to keep it in. It's still loose there from the side. It gets swept into the left corner. Behind the net goes Quinte after it, coming around the boards. Elijah LePage tried to be the one at the line to keep that in. Getting some help in behind him with Jackman, who dumps it in on goal right over the glove hand of the Quinte goalie. Here comes a chance to clear it away. Over the stick of Jackman onto the stick of Sterling, who dumps it back in. Sterling put that right back in behind the goal as they'll lead this out. Here comes a chance as he eludes a hit. Jackman coming back in his own end with a lead pass over here to the other side. Gonna look for an open lane as he tried to get around Jackman here, as that's Chisholm who can't get to the front of the net. Still loose from the side, and that shot from the slot area went wide. Lead pass for Bluin was over his stick. Flipped all the way back into the Oshawa end behind the goal, and it's gonna go for an icing call. Face-off is coming off now to the left of the Quinte end, trying to win it right off the draw. Owen Dobbs is going off to the right corner, tipping it off the right end boards. Dobbs is trying to walk it out back here for Davis. A shot through a screen, just wide of the left post. Quinte get the opportunity to try and clear it out. It's a big hit there on the other side as they try and bring it in. Tipped over the stick, now of higher behind the net. Emerson Davis on the rolling puck, tries to fire it around. That's going to get kept in here by Quinte. A shot on goal, hit the crossbar in behind Hardy. Trying to clear it out. It's behind the goal now for Roat, who tries to win the battle. Roat's going to get some help here as they try and get it back here to the line. Here comes a shot here by Munnings in wide of the net. Coming around the boards here for Bluin. He'll flip it away. This is a chance now for Dobbs. He's got to beat Munnings, but Munnings is quick on the puck behind his own goal. Munnings getting it up here for Foley, who tips it in. From their own end, Conley Kennedy with a lead pass. It's brought in now by the Generals late on goal, and it'll be an easy stop as she hangs on to it. Face-off now is off to the right of the goal. One there by Oshawa. Behind the net it goes. Trying to win this battle here on the right-hand side. Bartlett as well was in there to try and dig it free. Comes around the other side. Jacob Bartlett on that loose puck to try and win it. He's getting some help in the corner to try and dig the puck free from Jackman. Flipped out. That's going to roll. And it's going to not... Yes, it is going to have enough to go for icing, as the Quinte player couldn't win the race to the puck. Face-off is coming off to the right of the Quinte end. One there back to the line for Conlon Kennedy, who puts it around the boards. Here comes a chance to win this on the left-hand side. LePage as well. That gets knocked down by Quinte as they move it out. Knocked down here from center as he tries to put it back in. Hit a jersey, and Kennedy gets another opportunity to flip it up. Got it up there for Jackman and LePage here. Elijah LePage with a drop hand pass for Riley Brandt out of his reach. Put back in behind the Quinte end. As they go off on their change, Quinte will start it from their own zone. That pass hit a stick and goes to the other side. On the left end, trying to knock his man off the puck. Hutchings as well is trying to help out. Taken away here by Quinte out of their own end with a lead pass. Flipped all the way in. It's going to miss Hardy in the goal, but ricochet out in front. So Hardy steers it behind. From behind their own goal. Led up by Braden Davidson with a pass. Tipped in the length of the ice now. Behind the goal. Max Hutchings trying to win the battle behind the net. Sending it back to the line and went over everybody down the ice. And not enough for icing. Sterling's got to hurry. Roat was in there as well. Chapman trying to tip it out. And he will. Clute from his own end. We'll move it over here to the other side now for Rashad, who's got to dump that in. Or Cybolski, sorry, dump that in the zone. Here comes a chance now. Right out of his own end. Bringing it up there is Ethan Jackman up over the line. Shot! Stop there. And no rebound as she's going to find it and cover it up. Face-off is off to the right of the Quinte end. Slapped around the boards. Here comes Hire to keep it in. Hire shot. Way over the mark. Up into the netting and out of play. Jackman now going to take this draw off to the left of the Quinte zone. Winning it back to the line. Good job. But now it comes free. This is going to try and start a 2-on-1 here. Playing the shooter. Doesn't go to the net. Good block on the way through. Owen Dobbs clears it out of his own end. Picked up here by now Quinte. Through center, trying to get through the neutral zone. He gets knocked down. And that is going to be a whistle. Face-off comes just outside the blue line to try and dump it in. From the other side, gets tripped up. No penalty on the play. Here comes LePage with a lead pass. Broken up here by Quinte. Here comes a chance now for Fisher with a shot stop. Rebound is poked in from the side of the net by Chisholm from the side of the net, who makes it 1-0 Quinte. Face-off is here from center. Trying to dump it in there was Riley Brand as he puts it in the zone. Off to the other side, trying to get it out of his own end. It's a lead pass getting up here for Foley over his stick. Nash trying to clear it out of his own end. Foley's going to follow him back there behind the goal now for Ethan Sterling. Lead pass is knocked down. Here comes a chance to try and split through, but it's going to get picked up here by Quinte. Dumped right in. Right on goal. Stopped there by Hardy, who clears it off for Sterling now. Sterling from behind his own net will start this out. Ethan Sterling with a pass. It went over the stick there of Cybowski. From up out of their own end, come Quinte out of their own end into the zone. It dumps it in. Sterling from behind his own net will pick that up. Now over here for Riley Brand, who tried to move it through, and he gets picked off there by Sherwin in the corner. Sherwin trying to get it over here now for Levitt. Can't get it out. Here's a shot by Clute and tipped in on goal by Roat, high and wide. Off on the right boards, kept in here by Quinte. The shot gets knocked down though by Jackman, who tried to clear it away. Got knocked down here by Levitt, who threw it out in front, out of the reach. Trying to clear this out. Kept in by Clute with a shot wide. Sterling trying to pick up that bouncing puck. Right in front, tipped away by Brandt. Kept in from the line of shot. Over the glove hand of Hardy. Sterling trying to clear it, and he'll send it down the ice. All the way down for icing. Face-off now is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Trying to slap it around the boards here for another opportunity against Chapman. Kept in from the blue line of shot, getting blocked. Over here to the other side now for Max Hutchins to try and kid it out. Knocked down by Coughlin. Here comes Kobe Heyer through center. Heyer trying to make his way through, and he comes up over the blue line now. It's off to the side here for Quinte. Moving it to the side, over the stick. Kept in here by Kobe Heyer. A shot is going to get stopped and pounces on that rebound pretty quickly. And there's no rebound out in front. Face-off is off to his left. Trying to win this draw here on the other side. It gets one there in the corner. Found by Quinte and sent down the ice. That's going to roll all the way down again for another icing call. Jackman's going to take this draw now off to the left of the goal. Wins it back here to the line now for Kobe Heyer. A shot, tipped on the way through and blocked it away by the Quinte goalie. Back here and behind the goal now for Elliot Bloin. Can't get to that. And we're going to get a penalty coming up here for slashing. And the face-off comes just outside, off to the left of the Quinte end. Winning it back here for Sterling. Ethan Sterling keeps control, drops it off for Jackman, who puts it back down low. It's going to go back here to Sterling again. To the other side, here comes Davidson. He'll push it off. Jackman walking out, shot! Wide of the mark. Picked up here by Oshawa again, though. They keep control of the puck back for Jackman. Jackman will find it again. Trying to hit the net this time. Drops it off to the side, and it gets tipped wide from the side of the goal. And now trying to clear it out, and it does come out of the zone. Sterling back in his own end. Has a man on him, and that's a shot. Trying to cause a turnover here. Sterling from his own end starts this out. Getting pushed off the puck there by Rashad. And pushed deeper behind the Oshawa end. From behind their own goal goes Jackman, firing it around. Up through center. Trying to get that was Elijah LePage. Or Chapman, sorry, here. Ethan Chapman through center is going to bring this in. Gets around that checker. And come off to the left side and put it behind the goal for Hutchings. Quinte get it and send it out. From their own end now is Emerson Davis back here to the line. Playing catcher there with Conlon Kennedy trying to find an open lane. Davis will knock it down. Davis up there for Chapman now. Chapman is up over the line to try and shoot it. He goes off to the left side. From behind the goal, he's getting away from the defender and setting it up from the blue line. Davis can't shoot. taken away here by Quinte. Sent right down the ice. Out of the goal comes Hardy to play that. From behind the goal goes Davis after it. Tipping it off the boards now for Bartlett with a pass. Broken up here by Quinte. Sent in, knocked down by Emerson Davis in his own end. From his own zone, got it up there for Conlon Kennedy, but couldn't shoot it. Around the boards, up here for Max Hutchings. Drop pass. Here comes a chance now for Elliot Blowen. Blowen bringing it in. Can't shoot so far. Finally taken off his feet. Blowen with a big hit there in the corner. Hutchings is trying to help out. Jackman trying to get it as well. In that right corner, they try to get it back to the line, taken away by Quinte. He's trying to get away from the defender. Higher couldn't get it out of his own end. Here comes a chance now for Quinte behind their own net. Trying to elude the checker, picked up here by LePage off the boards. Got it up there for Owen Dobbs, who tries to get through. He'll flip it to himself as he flipped it over Coughlin and takes it behind the net. And then he takes a hit behind the goal. Owen Dobbs from behind the net trying to pick that puck up. He's got a man in front, and it's Jackman! Scores! Ethan Jackman capitalizes as Owen Dobbs makes a play from behind the net. And we're tied at 1. Face-off is here from center now. Zach Naish. That goal comes here at 14:20 here of period number 1 behind the net, and it looks like we're getting a penalty. It'll come for head contact. Goes down as a 4-minute head checking penalty. We have 32 seconds left to go here in period number 1 with a face-off off to the right of the Quinte end. Oshawa trying to do damage before the end of the first period. From behind the net, trying to look at it front here for Naish. Jackman with control of it, gets it back here for Brandt at the line. Jackman will receive it again. Now back for Jackman. One-timer skipping to the net. Just skipped in wide up the left side. Back here to the blue line again. Trying to get one more shot at it here in the first period. Here from the side. Shot. Went wide of the net. Oshawa keep control of it. They're not going to try and get one more shot to the net, but it hopped over the stick. But a late goal in the last minute by Ethan Jackman, set up by Owen Dobbs, sends us one to the second period, tied at 1. 3:02 remains on this power play now. Jackman will take the draw deep in the Quinte end and win it. Back here for Riley Brandt. Brandt to the other side. Sterling gonna look for a shot, can't shoot. Brandt will shot. Left pad stop there and kept out. Jackman now to take this draw just off to the right of the Quinte end. Riley Brandt's got control. Brandt trying to keep control of it now to get around. Cybolski puts it behind the net. Here comes a chance now. Walking it out. Back here to the blue line for Jackman, who is ready for it. Over here for Sterling. Jackman stepping into it. Hits it wide of the goal. Sterling trying to keep it any will. Tried to find the pass for Brandt, but couldn't get to him. Hard off the boards there by Chisholm, who couldn't get it out there on the first opportunity, but now it comes free through center. Jackman trying to tip it in. He's tried to get it around Clute, who dumps that down the ice. And now Quinte go off and kill off, change their penalty killers. From their own end comes Ethan Jackman through center. Jackman coming up over the line to try and start things. He comes up over the blue line. Ethan Jackman now keeping control of the puck to try and go back here to the line. Spins away from Foley, who tries to keep it alive. Brandt again tried to get it, but that'll get flipped away. Sterling back in his own end, picking it up. He'll take it from behind the goal now, getting held up there on the other side. No holding penalty there. Referee let him go. Here comes a chance now for Oshawa to start this out of their own end with Ethan Chapman with a pass. Bringing it up over the line for Max Hutchings. Hutchings lost control and it gets tipped out. Conlon Kennedy slaps it in. Back into the Quinte end. Coming around the boards here for Dobbs, now for Blowen. Elliott Blowen off to the left side. Trying to start things. Gets it over here for Hutchings. Hutchings, who came up clutch in the Kingston game, trying to start something here on the power play for Oshawa. Hutchings back here to the line for Kennedy. Kennedy to the other side. Going to try and keep control there with Emerson Davis. Back here for Kennedy. Kennedy shot. Flagged out of the air by the Quinte goalie and held on to. Jackman now to take this draw off to the right of the Quinte end, rolling on net. Munnings will fire it around. Sterling trying to get to it, but it comes out. Sterling from his own end will pick that up. He'll take it in behind his own goal now and keep it behind there. Ethan Sterling with a lead pass up through center. Here they come up over the line. He's trying to break his way through. He'll take it from behind the net now. Good job here getting tangled up there by Riley Brandt. From the other side, Braden Davidson trying to set it up. Goes to the blue line now for Sterling. To the other side, trying to walk it out. One-timer Brandt can't get it through. But it's still alive and now finally backhanded away. 20 seconds left to go on the 4-minute double minor. Behind the net goes Jackman. He's going to get greeted back there, so he sweeps it off to the left. Here comes a chance now to flip it away. And it's Jackman through center now. Flipping it in behind the net. Slapped around the boards by Chisholm. Not out. Here comes a chance to try and set it up. Power plays over here for Oshawa. Behind the goal goes Jacob Bartlett. Bartlett can't shoot. Taken away here by Fisher, who tips it away down the ice. And it's going to have enough to go all the way down for icing. Face-off is coming off deep into the Quinte end, off to the right of the goal. From behind the net goes Blowing after it, trying to hit Scaletta off the puck. From behind the goal now comes Elliot Blowing. Blowing had a man out of front waiting for the pass. Right in front of the goal, tried to bank it in out of front. Taken away now by Rashad up through center. Off of his stick, flipped in by Oshawa. Blowing trying to take this one to the front of the net. Elliot Blowing can't put one to the front of the goal. Chapman tried to bank it in from the side and can't. Blowing trying to get there again. Flipped up into his own bench out of play. Face-off is coming deep in the Quinte end. From behind the goal goes Munnings, putting it around there to the other side. Tipping it out here was Whalen through center. Cybulski as well with Whalen trying to get it out. Behind the net goes Kobe Heyer after his own puck behind the goal. Heyer will put it around here for Riley Brandt to try and get it out of his own end, taking a hit. Munnings from center will dump it in, right behind the goal. It's going to get stopped by Hardy behind the net as they try and flip it away here for Hutchings. Hutchings can't get it out of his own end. So here comes a chance now. Flipping it up through center and away they come with Riley Brandt. Brandt dumping it high off the glass. Behind Jackman trying to win the battle along with Hutchings. Hutchings went for the hit there on the left-hand side. They're trying to get it back here to the line, and it's going to be Zach Nish who can't keep it in. It went over his stick. Flipped away through center. And here comes a chance now for Ethan Sterling to try and go with it. And that's going to be an Oshawa penalty, the first Oshawa penalty of the game, coming for interference. Face-off is off to the right now of Nolan Hardy. Kept in here by Clute. Now he pushes it out. Got kept in. Just held it in from the line. I thought that pass pushed him out, but still keeps it alive. Right in front! And a great save there by Hardy! Right in front of the goal on a one-timer. From behind the side. Back here to the blue line. Over here to the other side now for number 4. That is Clute, who couldn't do anything with it. Trying to walk this out of his own end. Sorry, Colson is number 4 here for Quinte, and now he's got it. Colson, shot to the net, redirected, still loose, and Oshawa will send it down. From behind their own goal, it gets over here for Colson again. Colson trying to get around the defender. It's going to turn it over, but nobody's going to be able to go to the front of the net. Behind the goal now for Coughlin. Coughlin now for Colson. Colson's going to look for an open lane to get it in. Levitt is in behind him to try and help him out. Bartlett trying to control Levitt. Scaletta now has it. Scaletta from center dumps it in behind the Oshawa goal. On that left side, they try and throw it up in front. Winning the battle over there was Zach Nish trying to get that puck. Quinte come away with it though, off to the side on the left end. Walking it out, can't shoot. Drops it back here to the blue line. Not going to be able to shoot it. Good job there by Bartlett. Stayed in the lane and knocked it down, but Quinte still had possession of it. Bartlett again tried to clear, but this one's going to get kept in. Scaletta from the line will push it in behind the net. Dropping it off to the right corner now. Right in front, Scaletta trying to shoot that. That gets blocked as Jackman put his body on the line. Here comes a chance to clear. Big collision there on the other end on the right corner from behind the net. The Generals have killed off the first Quinte power play. And they got to give a couple of extra taps there to Nolan Hardy, who came up with a huge save right in front of the net and keeps this game at 1-1. Here comes a chance to try and clear it away. We've got an injured Quinte player in the right corner who now makes his way back to his feet. Knocked down here from center. Here comes a chance now with a drop pass by Rashad. Backhand shot. And they score as it beats Hardy to make it 2-1 Quinte. Referees had to have a discussion after going to the Oshawa bench, but they decide that it's a goal. Here comes a chance to fire it in as they try to dump it in the zone. Here comes a chance now for Chapman. Dropping it back here to the blue line now for Ella. That passes over the stick of Hutchings, trying to dump it in right back into the left corner. From behind the net now for Kennedy. He puts it behind the goal. Right in front of the net. Stopped there by Hardy, right in front. It's still loose here from the side as Oshawa tried to get it. It goes back here to the line again for Sparks. To the other side. Shot through a screen. Going wide of the net. But Quinte putting on all the pressure, looking for the insurance goal. And we're going to get a whistle. Face-off now is off to the right. Hardy's got to get ready in his net. Have to make sure the net is on right. Now we're going to get the face-off and won by Oshawa on their own end by Jackman, who slaps it around. Here comes a chance now. Jackman from his own end with a flip pass, went over the stick of Brandt on the other end. Dumped into the Oshawa corner. From behind the net goes Nash after the puck. Slapping it around the boards here for a chance to get it out. From center, trying to put it in here. From center was Mulling. Munnings gets it over there to the other side. Dumped down the ice in the corner. No icing. Hardy's got to try and get to that puck. Kept in here by Quinte though. From behind the goal. Trying to get it back here to the blue line now. Taken away by Oshawa and dumped out. Trying to get around the defender. It's Ethan Sterling through center ice. Bringing it in. Sterling a shot on net. It's steered off to the left. And it's Riley Brandt off to the corner. Back here to the blue line. A slap shot on net is going in wide. Slapping this out of the boards. Big hit off Scaletta. Jackman behind the goal. Jackman wrap around. Nobody there. Trying to pick this up in his own end. Ethan Sterling's got it. We'll push it to the other side for Higher now. Higher from his own end to try and spin away from the defender. Gets a pass up there for Bartlett. Jacob Bartlett from center dumps it in. No icing. Behind the goal goes Scaletta. Owen Dobbs is trying to help as well with Bartlett behind the net. Bartlett trying to win the battle here. He does. Puts it behind the net for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs tries to get through here on the other end. Dobbs spinning away from some checkers, along with Davidson behind the net. Owen Dobbs keeping control of it, drops it behind the goal. Davidson trying to walk out and couldn't jam it out in front. Trying to keep this in. Poke past him. Poke past Higher, and here comes a chance. He's trying to walk himself in, but it got swept away. Here comes a chance. Going for the breakaway pass here for Owen Dobbs, but couldn't get it through the net. Dobbs takes a hit there on the other end, and we're getting a Quinte penalty coming up. Don't know how much time is on the penalty clock, as they haven't put it up whether it was a 2 or 4 minute. Now it's up there, and it's a 4-minute power play with 4:17 left to go here in the second period. Here comes a chance, setting it up. Shot Jackman, caught by the Quinte goalie. Face-off is won here by Quinte, trying to clear this out of their own end, and that gets out. Trying to race after this puck there is Brandt, as it's going to be a race to the front of the net. A pass to the side is broken up. Good play there to break that up. Quinte have control of the puck there on the left side though. Behind the net goes Jackman after it. Ethan Jackman cutting in through center. Trying to start this in. Gets around Chisholm. Gets around another defender. From behind the net he starts it. Jackman staying on his skates. Drops it back here for Riley Brandt. Brandt to the other side. Shot! Can't get through. Still loose here from the side was Brandt. Can't bury it. Coming free here for Oshawa. Back here to the line for Riley Brandt. Brandt to the other side. Jackman to Brandt. Brandt to the other side. Over the stick of Sterling, who couldn't shoot. And now the net is off the moorings. From behind their own goal, they're going to keep this going here. The net is off the moorings and behind the Quinte goalie. And we finally get a whistle. Face off now just outside of the Oshawa bench area. Won by Quinte and comes free down the ice. Back into the corner goes Munnings. He gets an opportunity to clear. Not going to be able to. Kept in by Oshawa. Back here to the line. Here comes a shot. That's not going to get through. He hit a stick. Kennedy trying to come after it here again. Kept in here by Ethan Chapman. He tries his best to keep it in, but finally got cut free by Fisher. Rowat trying to make his way through. Rowat from a bad angle isn't going to be able to shoot it. He tried to throw it up in front, and Fisher ran into Hardy as he was making his way through. From behind their own goal now, Oshawa. His pass is knocked down here by Colson, who has it and dumps it in. From behind the net goes Conlon Kennedy after it now. Kennedy from behind his own net will move over there to the other side for Chapman. Chapman trying to break his way through. Up through center to try and bring it in. Blowen trying to get here on the other side. Up into the zone. Blowen tipped it in the zone, but Quinte get it and send it away. Sterling trying to get here on the other side for Chapman, who dumps it in right on goal. Steered off to the right by the Quinte goalie. Coming around the boards and all the way down the ice. Sterling coming after it in his own end. Ethan Sterling from his own zone starts it and moves it over here for Brandt, hopping over his stick. Foley tried to put it back in there for Quinte. From their own end, here comes Sterling up through center to bring it in. He'll drop pass. Here comes Ethan Jackman. Jackman from the slot area, backhand passes out of the reach. Kept in, though, by Braden Davidson, back in line for Riley Brandt. To Jackman to the other side. Here comes Davidson, shot! Left pad stopped there. Davidson coming after it again. Jackman coming in from the line to keep it in. Jackman walking out. Can't shoot. Keeps control of it, though. Jackman staying on his skates. Drops it off to the corner for Davidson. Braden Davidson tried to make his way through and cut to the net. It gets pushed behind the goal for Jackman again. Davidson at front. Out of the reach. And cleared away by Quinte. Sent down the ice. Nolan Hardy's got to leave it behind his own net. We're in the last minute with 50 seconds left to go here in the second. 30 seconds left to go on the double minor for head contact. Here comes a chance to bring it in. Had to get around the defender. Drops it off for Braden Davidson. Davidson can't get through, so he drops it off to the side for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs went for the hit. That'll get cleared past the defender and out, and that should about do it for the Oshawa power play as it goes down the ice with only 10 seconds left to go on it. Here comes a chance to move it out. And it's Elijah LePage now for Elliot Blowen. Blowen trying to make his way through. 3 seconds left on the power play. Trying to make his way in is Elliot Blowen. Blowen can't bounce it out up front. It's on the back of the netting. 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. From behind the goal, Quinte get it. As it's going to be a battle over here on the right side, and Quinte just trying to tie it up and leave the second period leading by a goal, and that's exactly what's going to happen. These two teams ended the first period tied at 1, but a Quinte goal in that second period has them up by a goal to go to period number 3. Face-off getting won by Quinte to start off period number 3. Sterling trying to tip it away, got it up through center for Brandt as we start off the third period. Coughlin trying to get in there with Cybulski as well. From behind their own net, Quinte scooped that up. Knocked down by Zach Nage from center. Put in here by Quinte up over the line to try and split through his Foley. Foley back in. It's going in wide, hitting a stick. Slapping this around there was Riley Brandt, who couldn't get to it. Jackman from his own end with a lead pass. Tape the tape for Bartlett now. Bartlett trying to make his way through. Pushes it into the Quinte end. Oshawa going off on the change. Foley dumps it in. Tips it into the corner. Davis had to be control of that. Lead pass for Dobbs. Trying to tip it past Munnings here. Fisher trying to make his way through past Hire, and Hire was over here to try and get it. To try and dig that puck free from his own end. It's Davidson putting it around the boards. A lead pass here for Elliott Bluin, trying to tip it out of his own end. It's up through center now for Bluin to bring it up over the line. He pushes it in. Behind the net goes Elliott Bluin, right in front for Owen Dobbs, who couldn't shoot the puck. From behind the goal, goes back here to the line. A shot through a screen is going in wide. Off on that left side. He tried to get it back to the line for higher. Now Dobbs going after it. Right in front of the net. It's going to get covered up and held on to. Play is in the Quinte end here on that left side. It's a battle in the left corner to try and keep it alive. Taken away there by LePage, who kept it in, pushes it behind the net, where Clute goes after it now. Firing this away down the ice and back into the corner. Here comes a chance now for LePage, coming after it in his own end. LePage will push it around the other side. Big hit there in the other end by Clute. As they try and get there, it's Rashad after it now. Coming around the boards, kept in by Quinte, a shot way over the mark, over the blocker hand. Back to the line for Clute again. His shot is knocked down. Sherwin trying to knock it down with his skate area. Pushing it behind the net. There goes Braden Davidson. He'll slap it around. Kept in here by Quinte. A shot is getting knocked down. Here comes a chance, but it went over his stick. Out from the side. He gets it over here for Owen Dobbs. He tried to put it in. Right in behind the net there. Behind the goal goes Chapman after it now. Chapman from behind the net. He tried to set things up. Chapman is off here to the side to try and get that puck free. Now we're getting a whip penalty coming up here to Quinte for slashing. Both players got slashing penalties, so we'll play 5-on-5 hockey with the coincidental minors. Face-off will come just outside of the Quinte blue line now. Picked up by Oshawa as I try and put it in there was Hutchings. Off the boards here to the other side. Here comes Elliott Bluin to try and tip it in. From their own zone, it's Quinte who puts it over. And a lead pass was up there against Zach Nish. Hutchings tried to make his way around the defender. It's up on the left side to try and win this battle, along with Jackman from behind the goal. Jackman spinning away from the checker, and Zach Nish tried to keep it in. Nish was here on the other side and couldn't do anything with it. Coming free, right in front center is Elliott Bluin over here for Sterling. Sterling's lead pass for Hutchings. He tries to bring it in. Can't get away from that defender, so he tried to put it back in the zone. Nish over here to the other side. Jackman picks it off. It was actually a double minor, I guess, to Quinte because there's a power play on the board for Oshawa. But Quinte have 5 players on the ice, so that must have been wrong to put that up. Here comes a chance to dump it in. All the way down the ice, it's going to go off to the corner. And it's going to go for icing. Face-off is coming off to the left of the Quinte end. Riley Brandt going off to the corner, coming around the boards. Picked off, shot on net. Stopped there by the Quinte goalie who makes that stop. From behind the goal, trying to tip it out. Here comes Quinte to flip it away through center. Back up in his own end comes Davis after it now. Taking a big hit in behind the goal. Taking another one in behind the net. Here comes a chance now. Off the boards and tipped out. And we're going to get a whistle as the net has come off the moorings. Sherwin's now going to take this draw here for Quinte. And Levitt as well, trying to dig it out. Taken away here by Davidson. Levitt kept it in. Levitt puts it in on goal behind the net. Oshawa will get it with Conlon Kennedy. Went over his stick. Brandt trying to tip it out past Gawley. From their own end, a lead pass. Way over the mark of everybody. No icing. From behind the goal goes Kennedy after it. A lead pass up through center against Brandt. From their own end, he dumps it in the zone. Ricochets that in front, gets stopped by Hardy. From behind their own net, here comes a chance with a lead pass. Going down the ice, and it goes for icing. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Bluin tried to tip it out of his own zone and went over this right pad. Trying to tip it out there was Owen Dobbs. Clute's shot is going in wide. Picked up here by Roat as he tried to get away from the defender. Right on goal, stopped there by Hardy. From behind the net it goes. Back here to the blue line now. Clute's shot Stopped by Howdy, still loose there from the side, and now picked up by Oshawa and out. Capped in by Quinte though from the line. Right into the corner. Sterling had to go after it, along with Naish. Zach Naish had it behind the net. He was pressured on there by Foley. Foley tried to get to it. Naish with a pass. They get it up through center to try and get through with Elliott Blowen. Blowen puts it behind the net now to try and do something with the puck. Dobbs from behind the goal, walking it out. Can't jam it out in front. From behind the goal now is Blowen to try and do the damage. Coming around the boards, kept in by Naish. A shot on net. Redirection. Stopped there by the Quinte goalie. Off to the side. Going back behind the goal now for Owen Dobbs. Dobbs tried to get there. There's a trip there behind the net. Trying to wrap this around. It's going to be a turnover there to Quinte as that goes down the ice. It's not going to have enough to go for icing. Kennedy from behind his own goal. Getting it here for Sterling. Flipping it up through center they come with Max Hutchings. Hutchings tried to make his way through. With a shot, it goes in wide. Didn't make it to the net, actually. It got blocked. Off on that left corner. Taken away by Quinte as they try and tip it away. Up through center. That one over the stick of Hire. Trying to get to it. Hutchings again is trying to dig away at it here on the other side. Taken away by Chisholm with a lead pass over the stick. Hire from his own end versus Sherwin. Sherwin takes him off the feet from behind the goal. He's walking it out. Not going to be able to shoot it. Here comes a shot. Hitting a stick and going wide. Hire from behind the net now. Hire will go over here. Picked off there by Coughlin. Coughlin follows it around the net. Davis tried to get it out along with Chapman. As it's here from the side. Trying to get it out. Hutchings trying to go after the puck now. Max Hutchings makes his way through. Hutchings, shot. Right pad stop. Chapman, rebound. That's not going to get to the goal. From behind the net now. Coming around the net. Kept in by Conlon Kennedy, a shot. Way wide of the mark on the left-hand side. Kept in from the blue line though. Hutchings is trying to help out as well to keep it in. Jackman coming over into the vicinity to try and help. Knocked down here by Chapman from center. Ethan Chapman with that loose puck. Takes it back in his own end now. Moves it over here for Elijah LePage. LePage from his own end. Was pressured on and taken away by Rashad. Rashad can't get through. Good job by Kennedy. Played the shooter. Brandt trying to come over here to the other side along with Jackman. Comes free for Riley Brandt. Brandt with a pass to the other side. That was over the stick of Chapman who gets it and dumps it deep. The Quinte goalie came out there to play it, but it was too hard. Of a ring around behind the net. From behind the goal, slapped around. That's going to get kept in here by Oshawa. Sterling with a shot on net. It's going in wide. Quinte picked that puck up off into the corner. On that left side, they're trying to dig away at it. Zach Naish trying to keep it in. It comes free at center. Backhanded away there by Sterling as he tried to put it in. Quinte picked that off and sent it right back on goal. Caught and stopped there by Nolan Hardy, who holds on to it. Face-off is coming off to the left of the Oshawa end now. Won by Oshawa as they slap it around. Trying to get it out there was Owen Dobbs and couldn't get it. Braden Davidson will clear it away. Gets knocked down here from center. Pushed right back in behind the Oshawa goal now. Sterling will fire it over here for Davidson, who tried to get rid of it and could not do it. Blowen trying to tip it out, and he does. From their own end come Quinte, but it's a turnover. Dumped into the zone. Here comes a chance to pick it up and try and get it away. And that's going to go knocked down here from center by Sterling, who dumps it right back in. From behind the goal goes Quinte after that loose puck. Coming off the boards here, knocked down by Elliott Blowen, who puts it back in. From their own zone, it goes for a pass up through center. He's got a pass that's coming all the way in. 5 minutes exactly left to go. Zach Naish trying to stick to his man. Back to the line. Here comes a shot. Good block there by Owen Dobbs as he tries to make his way through. Dobbs getting interfered with, but he's going to take it all the way to the goal before he gets swept off the stick. All the way down the ice comes Kobe Hire, who slaps it around for Jackman. Owen Dobbs again gets it. Dobbs trying to make his way through, dumps it in. Behind the net it goes, going for the hit behind the net. Jackman going to try and help as well. Ethan Jackman sees a point man, keeps control of it, and pushes it off to the right, now picked away by Quinte. Going for the hit there on the other side, Max Hutchings bringing it in. Hutchings the shot, kicked away with the right pad, kept in here by Emerson Davis. Davis puts it in behind the net, Hutchings went for the hit. Flipping this way through center, knocked down with a high stick. Here comes a chance, walking in, and he fired it in wide. Rashad then kicks a hit, and that's going to be a penalty coming to Hire. 2-minute penalty to Hire, and he's out of the game for the hit. Here comes a chance now for Owen Dobbs through center, dumps it in. Behind the net goes blowing after the puck and behind the goal. He'll take the hit and behind the net. Quinte will come away with it now. From their own end with a lead pass, that one over the stick. Against Foley. Behind the net there goes Ethan Sterling. Coming around the side. It's Quinte with the loose puck there in the left corner. Behind the net for Foley as he tried to set it up in front. Back here to the blue line. A shot through a screen is stopped by Hardy into the netting. Face-off is off to the left of the Oshawa end. Trying to backhand this way was Jacob Bartlett. Can't get it out. Back to the side here for Emerson Davis now. Davis from behind his own net will fire this all the way down the ice. Right in behind the Quinte goal. Leaving this from behind their own net. He's going to keep control of it. With a lead pass up through center. He tries to make his way through. Up over the line there comes Chisholm as he puts it in. Emerson Davis tried to come up after it on the other side. Jackman tried to get to it. Kept in here by Munnings with a shot. Blocked by Bartlett. Munnings again has it. He'll push it off to the corner. Emerson Davis gets it and slaps it around down the ice. And now Quinte's goalie comes out here to drop it behind the goal. Chance to fire this away. Couldn't do it. Davidson was there on the other side as well. Here comes a chance with a pass up through center to try and get around Conlon Kennedy, who tried to stand him up. Here's a shot hitting the right pad. Here comes a chance now for Davidson, who's going to tip it away down the ice. 15 seconds left to go on the penalty to Hire. But it's getting served right now by another Oshawa player as Hire's out of the game. Here comes a chance now to move it in. With a pass up through center, it's broken down by Oshawa as they clear it away. Right back in then behind the net as Quinte will take it behind the goal. Big trip in behind the net. Flacking this way through center. Here comes Zach Naish to tip it in. Almost to the last minute of play. Brant trying to dump that in. Zach Naish here from center. Naish will dump it deep right back into the Quinte end. 1:35 left to go here in period number 3. Coming around the boards here to try and keep it in the Quinte end. It's back off to the right side. Hutchings out in front, trying to shoot it. Here comes the shot. And the side, they score! From the side of the net, the Oshawa Generals have tied things up at 2. The one leading the charge down the bench was Ethan Chapman, so Chapman's the one that got his last stick on that from the side of the goal, and what a huge one it is here as it's now a 2-2 game. Jackman from behind the net. Hardy was just on his way to the bench for the extra attacker, and Chapman was wide open at the side. There's a shot blocked. Another good block here up to the side, trying to slap this around. Knocked down off the feet. Here comes Jackman now. Ethan Jackman trying to make his way through. He hit the linesman on his dump in. Riley Brandt is behind him. Behind the goal it goes. Coming around the side. 40 seconds left to go. Tied 2-2 here as that gets pushed behind the net. From behind their own goal, they're going to keep control of it. Jackman's going to try and make him take as much time in behind the goal and kill off more time on the clock. Oshawa get it and send it deep. Back in behind the goal now. From behind their own net as Quinte as they try and get it out. Good job here by Blowen to try and get there on the other side. That lead passes up through center. Knocked down here at center ice and put in. Over here to the side, and that's going to get cleared away up through center for Blowen. We're getting a penalty coming up here to Quinte as Blowen puts that puck on net, and we're not even going to get to the penalty call. 2 seconds left to go. It's going to be an Oshawa power play for the hit. Here comes a chance to try and win that draw, but Quinte win it and send it down the ice, and these two teams are going to finish up in a 2-2 tie on the late goal with the extra man on the ice. Oshawa are going to escape with a point against a very tough Quinte team and keep their point streak alive. Good job here by the under 14 AAA Oshawa Minor Generals in an exciting finish of this one on a Tuesday night in Oshawa. Thank you for watching. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.